So last November, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X hit store shelves. Nope, that ain't it. Let me try that again. So last November, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 hit digital store fronts, and yeah, just like that, they were gone. And they haven't really been in stock since in any real tangible way where you can feel comfortable enough to tell somebody, hey, just go get a PlayStation 5. Hey, just go get an Xbox Series X. It's not something that you can just say like that because it's not something that you can just do. I wish it was, but that is not the case. But we are currently right now in April of 2021, which basically marks 6 months since these two brand new next generation slash current generation consoles have hit the market. So I want to talk about everything that has happened since the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. So without further ado, let's start the conversation right here, right now, with some negatives because there's been a lot of those. And that's just the reality. And you can't talk about PlayStation 5 without talking about its reality. And its reality is that it's very negative. And a lot of people talk about the PlayStation 5 and only want to highlight very, very, very niche positives and try to avoid all the negatives because whether it's that they don't want to hear console war stuff or it's just that they want to cradle their baby, which you know that's mostly what it is, and shield it from any negativity. We don't do that over here. Be it Nintendo, be it Xbox, PlayStation, PC, I don't care. Engage Stadia, they're basically in the same place currently. So yeah, those, I don't care. I'll say it the way it is. Engage Stadia, trash. Just like Game Gear was trash. Just like Jaguar was trash. And I mean, do I gotta even bring up these old consoles to just slap them up? That's just wrong. When we got a current console that we can do that with right now. So let's start here. The PlayStation 5 launched, and when it launched, immediately right out the gate, you found out that you needed a stand to stand this motherfucker up. You needed a stand to stand your console up. Now that would be normal if you didn't also need your stand to lay your console down. And you needed a stand to lay your brand new $500 console down. Now they can't put no feet at the end. They couldn't design a better piece of hardware. No. Stand to stand to lay down. They told you that the console was going to be quiet, but then you learned very, very, very quickly that your console actually is loud as hell. That's the truth. Controller drift, controller drift. Left, right, you drifting. The opposite direction of where you want to go, you going. Controller drift. That's the reality of it. Hold on. But they gave a ton of free games. Yo, is that a positive, Rad? No. Because I will tell you the reason why you got all those games, which is great. So in that sense, it's a positive, right? You got mad stuff to play. Who gives a fuck the reason, right? In that sense, it's a positive. But it is not a positive in reality. I would link all you youngins in the direction of the ambassador program for the Nintendo 3DS and why it existed. The 3DS was selling. It wasn't selling great, but it was selling. But why did they do the ambassador program? Because times wasn't good. So what did they do? They needed to appease their gamers. Look over here. Don't look over there. It don't matter what they're doing over there. You keep your eyes here. Here, look over here. Look, we're giving you these games that you likely already own. If you got a PlayStation 5 right now, these consoles that you can't even get because it's so hard to pick up, if you got one right now, you likely own the last one. So you got these games already. So they should play in your new one. And many of them do. That's cool. Backwards compatibility, we're going to get to it. But at least those do. And that's cool. And like I said, they gave you some free stuff. So again, that's good. But the reason they did isn't because it's good. They did it because times ain't very good right now. When you look both sides, where we sitting at today? Oh, where we sitting at today? I'm gonna tell you where we sitting at today, but I ain't gonna tell you just yet. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. No native support for movies. That announcement was made. Now, why does this matter when you can go on Vudu, right? You can go on Amazon, right? Like, what does it matter? There's so many options for you to go and rent movies. Why do I need Sony to give me their native movie support? Well, it wouldn't matter if, on Xbox, you didn't have native movie support where you can just buy them directly from Microsoft and then get Microsoft points for the movies that you rent, which in turns turns to money for you, free money for you to put into video games or into future movies. Yes, free money for you for renting movies. If you buy full movies, you can also get points because there's also always Microsoft rewards tied to you just spending money on the Microsoft store for movies and stuff like that. And those movies that you purchase also get tied in and wrapped up with your Vudu purchases, your Amazon Prime purchases, and your movies anywhere, the Disney app purchases. They're all there in one place, comfortably. It's a beautiful thing. So not having that option, yeah, it's not a beautiful thing on PlayStation 5. No communities. Long live Miiverse. Long live Miiverse. I've been saying Miiverse lives on Xbox since 2018. Well, no, since 2017. Before I got the Xbox One X. I've been saying communities live on Xbox. Hence, Miiverse lives on Xbox. And now communities only live on Xbox. So Miiverse only lives on Xbox. I'm like a parrot right now. But that's just the reality of the situation. A feature that I genuinely loved since 2012 when Nintendo was killing it with Miiverse only now lives on Xbox, which I said would be the case back in 2018 when listen, man, everything I said actually came true. It's scary. It really is. But this is just the way it usually goes around these parts. But anyway, let's keep it moving. So from no communities to no SSD expansions. Well, they're coming at some point by the end of September, right? Summertime, that's what they said. So end of September. No SSD expansions currently yet. It was Xbox who got all the bad press for having the option ready at launch. Oh my God, it's $220. Oh my God, trash. Oh my God, they're so expensive. They're crazy. Oh my God, oh my God. They're not going to have off-the-shelf parts. They're going to have their own proprietary one. Oh my God. Remember the PSP? Remember the PSP? And here we are today, sitting pretty with more memory on your console. And the competition is still twiddling their thumb. When can I get? It's funny how the media, with apologies for that. Nobody apologizes for being dumb, but they should. They really, really should because, man, you just try to brush it under the rug. Oh, no. I shall never forget. I won't ever forget that y'all was trying to make it seem like it was a negative, the Xbox situation. Come on. They told you the fans on the PlayStation 5 are going to go crazier when they actually do support those. So expect your console to also be louder. Will it heat up? Will it explode? Who knows? Why is it taking so long for those to come out? Who knows? Who knows? But hey, good luck. Good luck, because I ain't hating. I'm just stating the truth. Nothing but the truth. And it might make you mad, but it's still the truth. No Japanese studios except for one who hasn't produced any hits, let alone money. And that was the old story, right? You only got the Astro team, the guys who made a free game and made a VR game, which means no money. And that's not hating, right? They could be good, whatever, but I'm just saying they haven't produced some money. Why do they get to survive? And everybody got to die. But that's the situation that we living in. So yeah, no Japanese studios no more under PlayStation. None. And let's update. Let's update this a little bit because it just happened. Even more developers have left Sony, including Gavin Moore, Demon's Souls remake creative director, gone, poof. Like it's starting to feel like at Sony there was a Thanos over there, and he got all the goddamn gems and just snap gone. And it wasn't a switch snap where you get happy like, oh, what the game gonna be? No, it was bam, no more of those games that you like. Those developers are gone, dust, evaporated. It's crazy. It's crazy how that works, ain't it? No forward compatibility for accessories, man. So if you got It Takes Two on PlayStation, right? You got the free, version because you buy one, you get one to give to your buddy. That's awesome, right? All right, that's great. But if you want to play local, right? And then you're like, yeah, you know what? Play with me. Here's the PlayStation 4 controller. Let me connect it to the PlayStation 5 because it just makes sense that this will work, right? No, it doesn't. So that's a negative. And these are all things that happened within the last 6 months. I'm just stating what actually has happened. I could sit here and say, oh yeah, they came out with, Miles Morales DLC. They came out with a port of Demon's Souls, and since then it's been basically lackluster as fuck. Expensive too if you really want to actually play stuff on your console, because it's not like you got an option out there to play, a ton of stuff that's actually natively taking support of your console. The PlayStation Now, it don't matter. It might as well just be snapped away. That's a PlayStation snap, y'all. That ain't the motherfucking Switch one. That ain't the Switch one. So, yeah. No forward compatibility. None at all. And some people say, well, you can use your PlayStation 4 controller on the PlayStation 5 to play PlayStation 4 games. Boy, oh boy. Like, yo, I guess it's going to be a good thing towards the major announcement that was made this week. Another positive for the Xbox side. Listen, I say Xbox side, PlayStation side. It's all video games. I want them all to thrive. I love playing video games with my people on the PlayStation when I'm playing Call of Duty. It's all love. It's just the reality. This is the situation that we're really in. So I really got to talk about it the way it really is. So again, being able to use your PlayStation 4 controller on your PlayStation 5, but not for PlayStation 5 games, is a direct slap to the face of every customer PlayStation had on PlayStation 4. Letting you know this shit work here, but nah, bro, we locking you out of using that shit on our new software. Why? Because our new software is our new software, and our new software should only be played with that controller. That's exactly the same. I mean, but the trick is exactly the same. Yeah, that's messed up. So, yeah, we could talk about half-ass backwards compatibility, but that's really going to be the theme of this whole thing as we continue pushing through on the list of everything that has happened in the last 6 months since the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X has come out. So, I mean, why is it half-ass? Seriously? You been living under a rock? No PlayStation 1, no PlayStation 2, no PlayStation 3. Struggle Nation, PlayStation 4. It's real crazy, man. It's real crazy how caring about the survival of software, what's the word I'm looking for? The preservation of video games. It's something that people try to act like it should be something that we should be fanboying after, and like you know what I mean? Like people are like, oh yeah, you don't need those games. It don't matter who wanted to play those. Well, that was actually Jim Ryan, the biggest fanboy who said it. But then, all his little cronies, all his little drones, all his little ponies, then start uttering the same thing. When it's like, dog, I go on Spotify, I can listen to Thriller right now, or I can listen to the newest, like the latest Benny the Butcher right now. You see what I'm saying? Options. It's not like, yo, you only get the Benny, I can't go back to Thriller. I can't listen to oldies like at all. Oh nah, you this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I can go right now and watch Ferris Bueller, or I can sit down and watch Zack Snyder's Justice League right now. You understand? It's all preserved. It's all there. You shouldn't just be like, yeah, that shit don't matter no more. You know what? Let it burn. Let it burn with services it was originally on. It's done. VHS, we ain't making them no more. Cool. Let those movies burn. We ain't going to put them on DVD, then Blu-ray, then 4K Blu-rays, Netflix, Disney, HBO, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But, of course, fanboys are going to fanboy, and they're going to defend everything and anything. So, yeah, no free updates like Auto HDR, FPS boost for your previous purchases. Now, that's a positive towards Xbox. And you might be wondering, but yo, why are you making this seem like it's a negative PlayStation thing if it's supposed to be about both the PlayStation and the Xbox, right? You should just make this about the Xbox when you start talking about the Xbox. No, they're not in a separate bubble. They're in the same bubble. They were always the HD twins until people now don't want them to be, but they were. It's crazy how we went from the little trade-in video for the PlayStation 4 and everybody was like, ooh, which hurt Xbox a whole generation. But Sony has been pulling more whack shit than that by a trillion. And everybody's been trying to pamper them and suck up to them and all of that while they sit there with their PlayStation 5s playing old games for more money while trying to shit on Xbox players for loving backwards compatibility, old games having auto HDR, FPS boost, and then having the service like Game Pass, which lets us play a ton of plethora of game and used to jokey. And I've been saying for years, that jokey is going to get real ugly next year, because once we get to the goddamn next generation of Xboxes, that's when they really going to step on the motherfucking gas on Game Pass. Never lied. People thought, oh, what you mean? Do you mean like the first party games? Those are going to take time. I'm like, no. They're going to get games over and over and over. And that happened last year. with Streets of Rage, Carry On. The list of games go on and on that I can name. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can name Hive Busters DLC being free versus other DLC that was trying to be sold off like full games costing full price. We could talk about a whole lot. But we'll get there. We'll get there. So you ain't got no HD, no auto HDR. I mean, what do you need it for? You don't care about backwards compatibility, FPS boost. Who cares? We don't care about old games. Quick resume. People joked about quick resume like it wasn't gonna matter. Oh, who cares about quick resume? It's quick to get into these games anyway. Quick, awesome. Game changer. When you have it, you love it. You take advantage of it. You hug it. You kiss it. You can't. Because it's something that happens just in the air naturally. It's not something that you can grasp, but it's something that you can have on the Xbox Series X, and it's beautiful. And on the Xbox Series S, and it's beautiful. And it's something that you don't really see mimicked on PCs or anywhere else. It's something that's exclusive 100% to the Xbox Series X, like many things. But we'll get to that in a second. Let's talk about the fact that before the console came out, everybody was like, yo, how come the Xbox Series X OS is 1080p while the PlayStation 5 one is 4K? And they was trying to make that into a negative, right? And I basically was very clear, and I was like, listen, man, there's a clear difference when you have your Xbox connected to a 4K TV versus a standard HD TV, even in the OS, even though it's 1080p, right? Whatever. I said my piece, left it alone. But people try to really take that and run with it. Like, yeah, look at the OS on the Xbox. It's not interesting. It's old. It's the same one. It's not old. They remodeled the whole thing, but because they put the old OS, out of its misery on the Xbox One X and brought the Series X OS over to that one. Not fully because they don't got the dynamic backgrounds. They don't got quick resume and stuff like that. But they still brought them together so they can have parity so that when you're in the Xbox family, you don't feel left out. You feel included. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, it's lame. It's not. It's great. It has everything you could possibly want. When I say everything, I literally mean everything. Versus PlayStation 5, yeah, it has a great OS, right? A great 4K OS, I mean. But is the OS actually great? No. 4K good, OS bad. OS lacking standard features across the board. You know what I'm saying? Like super duper standard features. And then not only that, it's missing standard features, but it's also not even capable of outputting proper SDR. Yes, the PlayStation 5 doesn't even do a proper SDR image currently as it stands. That's the truth. I'm not saying this to be a hater. That is the facts. Don't get mad at me. That is the truth. That is PlayStation 5. We can't talk about PlayStation 5 without talking about PlayStation 5. And what is PlayStation 5? A console that can't do a proper SDR image. Why does that matter? I'm playing in HDR all the time. Well, you ain't really got much old games to play. And even if that was the case on Xbox, it's not like when I play old games, they aren't in HDR. They are. You know what I'm saying? Because we got that boost. We got that auto. But anyway, yeah, that's the situation right now when it comes to OS and all that. But then the Xbox one was supposed to be bad, was supposed to be this, was supposed to be that. And what was I saying? Keep the old shit and build on it. Keep the old shit and build on it. If Nintendo would have been building off the Wii U OS to now, on the Switch, it would literally be the Series X. I said that in 2018. And I'm saying here in 2021, and I'm saying it, and it's 100% factually, unequivocally true. Game Pass is the closest thing to the virtual console that you can possibly have on any console. And then, of course, you got the community features. You got stuff like the adaptive controller, which lets more people to play, games than any other console, anywhere else. That is the reality. You got a white, tiny box that's $299 right now on the market, very similar to the Wii. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't say this before just to be joking around. When I said this in 2018, when I was like, yo, I feel like Phil Spencer is just basically taking the book of Iwata without the weight of Nintendo and their rules, and just saying, yeah, we're going to take all his great ideas and we're going to build on it with no limitations, and this is what it is. Boom. A Xbox Series X or a Series S. And it's beautiful to see. Like, it's literally wonderful to see. But anyway, let's keep it moving. So Sony This is new. This is new too. But hey, it happened within the first 6 months. They dropped all their online stores, all the old ones. They're going bye bye. They're all going bye bye. They still shipping development kits to some developers and stuff. They didn't even tell them that they were gonna shut down P stores and Vita stores and all that. Yeah, they shut everything down. Right? These developers are gonna lose money. And some people say, why are they making games for those consoles? It's funny how gamers will say that, but at the same time they'll cheer when a game is announced. Like, oh look, somebody 30 years later is making the game on the Sega Genesis, and dudes be wanting to spend mad money to buy the game and act like it's something special. Same thing with Super Nintendo. Like this has happened multiple times in gaming where like it'd be 2 decades after the console's done, and you'll see like a company just make a game for it, and people go goo goo gaga over it. You know what I'm saying? But now it's a negative thing because again, remember, backwards compatibility is a negative because they don't got it right. It's a negative because when the other guys don't got it, it's always a bad thing, which I always laugh at. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing is, I'll look like a hater because I'm saying all of these true things, but when Sony does something cool, I'm the first one saying, yo, that shit is awesome. I wish this company would do that. I wish that company would do that if it's something awesome. Have they done something awesome recently? Nah, it's not what I'm talking about. But when they do, I will mention it. You know what I'm saying? All the time. It's super weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's super weird. But anyway, let's keep it moving. $70 software. Bro, Game Pass is a beautiful thing. I go from playing, my $60 Switch software like Age of Calamity, then a ton of games on Game Pass. Then from that, go to playing Donkey Kong Rabbids, right? And then go back to playing a ton of games on Game Pass. Then, eventually there'll be Breath of the Wild, I'll be playing that, and then a ton of games on Game Pass. Prime 4, then a ton of game on Game Pass. Game Pass has become the thing. The thing. It's the thing when we talk about gaming. Yeah, there's games that I love. And yeah, exclusives, great exclusives are very, very much important. And I just named a ton, right, that I will be playing in the future on Nintendo hardware. And there's a ton that I will be playing in the very, very near future, like Halo Infinite, baby, on the hardware that I'm talking about right now. Like, yo, exclusives are great and good and everything, but what do you play in between? What fills in the giant gaps between your 5-year wait for your next Naughty Dog game, your ton of year waits for your next God of War, your long wait till the next, Horizon 2, the in between? Arm and a leg, 70, 70, 70, 70. I ain't with it. Game Pass is a motherfucking godsend, and there is no equivalent anywhere else. Shh. PlayStation Now. Don't matter now. Stop. No reward system equivalent, which means a ton of stuff ain't gonna be free. When I tell you free, people are like, yo, they be mad when people are like, oh, your Game Pass stuff ain't free. Like, it be free. I pay $30 until April 2024. It's April right now, 2021. And I'm gonna have Game Pass till then. And in 6 months, I can easily, during Black Friday, get a 6 month, for dirt cheap Game Pass Ultimate and just continue to extend my 3 years for dirt cheap. So don't tell me shit ain't free. Shit is free. And then with Xbox Rewards, you can actually get Game Pass for free all the time. Or you can just buy games for free all the time. You know what I'm saying? Or get discounts off games, like discounts on top of discounts, like the Doom Eternal Year 1 Pass with the Part 1, Part 2 Ancient Gods. $14. Why? I was like, oh, it's on sale right now. Cheaper than the 30, 40, whatever it costs. It was like 20 something dollars. I said, you know what? Let me get a $10, use some points, get a $10 points right here, and then just pay off the rest. $14 out of pocket. Beautiful. I ain't even done with the base game yet. And when I'm done with that, I'm going right into DLC 1 and 2. Beautiful. Dumb cheap. I got enough funds right now to pay off half of Aliens, thanks to Microsoft Rewards. Yes, Alien Fireteam. If it's hot, I could get half off that. And by the time it comes out, it'll probably be full price off that. And it's the same thing with if Shredder's Revenge comes out before Aliens. Like, those are two games that I'm looking forward to buying. That I don't know if they're coming into Game Pass. Shredder's Revenge, don't sleep. That can come right into Game Pass because they last game there, which was Streets of Rage. And if it does, woo! Love me my Game Pass. But I could get that game for free just with Microsoft Reward points right now. So yeah, when we talk about $70 software, it matters a whole lot. It's crazy. It's batshit crazy in the world where you getting so many games for basically free. Like, you can pay $70 to play Outriders, or you can just have Game Pass and play Outriders. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Horizon gonna come out, and I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it. But this year, the best first party game coming out this year that's announced currently right now, factually, is Halo Infinite, for the simple fact that that game is going to be built on. We're going to be talking about it 5 years from now. Am I lying? Or do you know that that's the truth? No different from Destiny, no different from the Master Chief Collection, or even Halo 5, where they still getting things added to them. Halo 3 just got a ton of new maps in it, like not a ton, I think got new maps and all that, like a couple new or one new. It don't matter, it got new stuff. You know what I'm saying? New skins and all of that, which people were complaining about. Oh my God, you're ruining my Halo 3. Like your old game is getting new shit and you crying. Fuck is wrong with you? But anyway, like yo, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like that's a first party game that's coming out and don't got to spend a single dollar on. And it's going to be a game that's going to be played far into, if I never even, get Game Pass again and let it end in 2024, yeah, that game will still be getting updated and new content patch 2024. It's a big game. It's a big deal. Game Pass is a big deal. Reward points is a big deal. And anyone who acts like it's not, it's because you're not utilizing it. Because you ain't living that life. But once you do, listen, $70 games, you must be smoking crack. You know what I'm saying? Like your game better. Like I'm not saying like they ain't certain games out there. It's like all right, that one, not like yeah, but not every game. You crazy? I'm gonna wait for everything to be dirt cheap on PlayStation 5. I'm on PlayStation 5 on there. This is why I say you might as well just get a Series X, enjoy your goddamn console for the next few years with Game Pass getting mad shit for dirt cheap. Dare I say free? And then at the end of the generation, when there's an actual presentable, small, sleek, quiet PlayStation 5 out there, because they're gonna do a slim, right? You get that. And all those first party games will finally be out because they're going to take man long to come out, right? And they'll be dumb cheap. That's the way you do it, in my opinion. Even if you're a diehard PlayStation 5. Yeah, that's the way you do it. Because you have no business buying games on PlayStation's ecosystem because they just shut down the stores, boy. And with that shutdown, 2,000 games have become exclusive to the Xbox. Games like Umbrella Chronicles and stuff, those Wii games that became multi-plat because they went digitally to PlayStation 3 and stuff like that. Yeah, nah. Those are exclusive again to the Wii. This is the world we live in, and this is what I be talking about. If I'm going to buy games digitally, I need to know that when I'm buying them, they ain't going to screw me over. Nintendo has screwed us all over multiple times, and Sony has done it already every single time. Let that sink in. And then you still going to throw money into their digital storefronts or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy to me. And they'll be like, yeah, because, I don't care because I don't go back and play old games. More reason than why you should like Game Pass because then you ain't even got to spend the money on it. You played it once, you're done with it, you move on. But I like to own my games. You a walking fucking contradiction, bro. Like, make up your fucking mind. But this is what happens when you're a fanboy just trying to be ride or die for a brand. Brand loyalty more important than actually looking out for your own damn self. Makes absolutely no goddamn sense. Let's keep it going. So, no Dolby Vision support for games in the near future. We know Xbox Series X is getting it, Series S is getting it, and PlayStation 5 is not, ever. No variable refresh rates. So all of y'all who went and got these crazy expensive TVs for your PlayStation 5, know that the Series X actually utilizes your TV better than your PlayStation 5 ever will. The same PlayStation 5 that can't output proper SDR content and doesn't do Dolby Vision in the future and doesn't have variable refresh rates right now. Come on, man. I ain't hating. I'm stating the facts. No free cloud saves, right? No free cloud saves. No free PC versions of your first party purchases. Am I lying? That's the truth. That is 100% truth. When I got Forza's DLC, right, yesterday, it said, where do you want to install this? You want to install this on Ripley, my 1X? You want to install this on Xena, my Series X? Or do you want to install this on Galadriel, my PC? You see what I'm saying? I'm like, I'll choose Ben. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. Like, yo, that's a beautiful thing. I made a purchase on one place, and it literally is playable everywhere. And I could play that stuff also on my phone through the cloud, through Ultimate. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I bought the DLC for that game. Don't even own Forza 4 yet. I will eventually at some point. No need to rush. I got Game Pass. See what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And that's not the only one. It's like Halo Infinite. I own Halo ODST within, not Infinite, Halo Master Chief Collection. I own Halo ODST within it. It's like a $5 purchase because I wanted to play through the whole series. Don't even own the Master Chief Collection yet. I will eventually. I can get it right now. It's like $20. But what's the rush? I got Game Pass. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep it moving. Paid online. I don't pay for Xbox Live, Xbox Network, whatever you want to call it. I don't pay for it. I pay for Game Pass Ultimate, which includes Xbox Live, 3 games with golds a month. Don't matter the quality, because this month, holy crap. But anyway, don't matter the quality. You're getting 3 free games every month. Sometimes they popping, sometimes they, trash. But anyway, monthly discounts all the time. Free play days every Friday. PC Game Pass and the plethora of Game Pass games you can even play through the cloud on your mobile device. That's Game Pass Ultimate. I don't pay for Xbox Live. I don't pay for the network. You understand? So really, you paying for PlayStation Network over there. I'm not over here, and that's a beautiful thing. Like, that's an absolutely beautiful thing. And then here's the kicker. Here's where it get good, because in the last 6 months, a lot has happened, ladies and gentlemen. A lot has happened. No Bethesda games after the 2 exclusives that Sony inadvertently paid Microsoft for. Ooh, that stings. But I'm not saying that to rub it in. I'm just saying that is the facts. That's what happened. Which appears to mean, drum roll please, no Bethesda games at all. Let that sink in. Coming to PlayStation 5 for the remainder of the generation. And if you think for any second that games like Elder Scrolls that are going to be diamond sellers over 10 million, because it's what they do and they've done in the past. If you think, oh yeah, they're not going to do that because they're not going to be on multiple platforms, remember everything that I just said. Console, PC, and consoles means last generation consoles, potentially. If they want to develop it for that, they likely won't. So it could just mean Xbox Series S, which is the cheapest console on the market, Series X, which is the strongest console on the market, PC, and the cloud. That's 4 avenues already for you to be able to get their games. And here's the kicker. It's all cheaper than $70. And hell, you don't even need to buy a console or a PC. You can just play on the cloud through Game Pass Ultimate. Whether it's on your phone, whether it's on your PC, whether it's on your smart app later this year, more than likely. That's just the reality that we're living in. And everything that I've said here, right, about Game Pass, about the current state of affairs, it's crazy. I was saying it was going to be exactly like this early into the start of this generation. I said all of the positive of the Xbox are really going to look like negatives on the PlayStation, whether people don't want to admit it. And this is the thing we're living in right now. People don't want to admit it, but it is the truth. And it's very, 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 very positive on the Xbox side. And it looks very negative right now on the PlayStation 5. We're not done. We're not done. No, not even close. Last week, folks realized after the Outriders announcement that sometimes third-party games will come straight into Game Pass day one, like Carry On did last year, Streets of Rage did last year, Ori and the Will of the Wisp. But that's first party. I get it. Minecraft Dungeon was first party. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I understand that Flight Simulator was also a first party thing. But those games are big games that came directly into Game Pass, free of charge. And Streets of Rage for me was one of the biggest games coming last year. For some people, that was just a 2D. Yeah, you probably ain't an old school gamer. But for us old school gamers who grew up with Sega Genesis, who grew up with Golden Axe and Streets of Rage and Ultra Beast and shit like that, we see these games announced. You know how we react? Go look at how I reacted when Turtle Shredder's Revenge was announced. That's one of the most anticipated games for me this year. I don't give a fuck whether it's 2D, this, that. Like, what is the game? What is the software? Where does it stand in the whole scheme of things? And especially in my heart, you know what I'm saying? With nostalgia and all that, Shredder's Revenge is up there, just like Streets of Rage was. And Streets of Rage delivered. And I'm sure Shredder's Revenge will also, because that's how it works. That's how it works. It's what have you done for me lately? And what they did for me lately was Streets of Rage. And that came right into Game Pass. Hopefully Shredder's Revenge, I'm just going to keep saying it until it happens. Go straight into Game Pass also. But anyway, yeah, they realized it, you know what I'm saying? That, and that's just to name a few. A lot of games go straight into Game Pass. Idea, Xbox games. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like it's just crazy. Like Narita Boy, which I'm playing right now. Fire game. Absolutely fire. Probably would have never played it if it wasn't right in Game Pass. And it's amazing. It's awesome. You know what I'm saying? From what I played so far, it's really damn good. But yeah, people just finally are coming to terms with the fact that, damn, yo, Game Pass isn't just a rental service, yo. Oh, Game Pass isn't just a bunch of old games. Oh, it just isn't backwards compatibility. It isn't just filled with games I've already played. New games are going to come in there. And this is what's going to keep happening and snowballing. And more games are going to come. You know what I mean? More and more games are going to come. People talk about exclusives, right? So I'm going to end it which this ain't the ending, but I'm gonna end it basically with this talk of exclusives. You're right, exclusives matter, right? But like I said, you play your little exclusive, Game Pass in between, exclusive, Game Pass in between. That's my life right now as a gamer, right? Like right now I'm playing Age of Calamity on my Switch, which is the main thing I'm currently playing. But then at the same time, I'm still playing Warzone. I'm playing Forza new DLC, the Lego stuff, the Fortune Island. I'm playing Doom Eternal. I'm playing, like I just said, Narita Boy. I'm going through Max and the Magic Marker, almost done with that. Just finished Unraveled. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's so many damn games. Like, it's just a constant steady stream of just game after game after game after game after game I'm playing. And then you got those big first party game exclusives. I get it. But everything that I just mentioned that the PlayStation 5 doesn't do, and everything that I just mentioned that it doesn't do, but the Series X does, or does something just completely way better. Whether it's pricing, we're talking about everything, like that is the exclusive of the generation. That is the hook, line, sinker of the generation. The winning blow of the generation is the fact, not an opinion, it is a fact that the Xbox is 100% unequivocally a better product, a better console, better brand, better everything than the PlayStation and its ecosystem. That's just the truth. And that's the factual legacy of the PlayStation 5's first 6 months on the market. The Xbox Series X, on the other hand, we ain't done with. We ain't done with because we're still talking about these first 6 months. And what was a super duper crazy, surprising blow to many PlayStation fans, major announcement, literally major league announcement. MLB The Show will be launching day one on National Motherfucking Weed Day, April motherfucking 20th, 2021. MLB The Show will be launching directly into Game Pass. Yes, into Game Pass. No matter what console you own in the family of Xbox, you will be able to play MLB The Show day one. And here I go again saying that word, for free. For free. And I know some people going to be like, it ain't free. You got to pay for a Game Pass. Listen, man. Like I said, free. Let's break this announcement down real quick. If you thought big games wasn't coming into Game Pass, I mean, continue believing that. Octopath Traveler just got released on it. We got all these Bethesda games. You keep believing that. Now you got MLB The Show. You know all the sports games are in there, right? All of them. If you love sports games right now, on the Xbox, you can just play them. Enjoy yourself. You got Game Pass Ultimate? Enjoy playing all the sports you want. All you got to do now is go buy your Call of Duty and you got all your sports games right there. If that's the life you live, Call of Duty, sports games, Call of Duty, sports games. All year round, every single year, that's the type of game you are, you set. You set. And you ain't even got to be spending a ton of cash to do it. Not 70, 70, 70, 70 for each sport that you like. Nah, just play them right there. Just download them right there in Game Pass. But let's break this announcement down just a bit. I wanted to mention the fact that it's, when I say Game Pass, I don't need a state. Xbox One and, Series. Nah, I don't need to do that. When I say Game Pass, it means what it means, right? Until we get these next generation games that are strictly for the Series consoles, I don't really got to make that differentiation, right? Not at all. But I made it because here's the fun part. This game doesn't cost $70 on PlayStation 5. Nah, not this game. Not MLB The Show that's on Game Pass. The version of MLB The Show on Game Pass on PlayStation 5 costs, I could say $100, but I'm not. Because it actually is the Babe Ruth, right? $99 version. No. $90 version, basically. Because I'm going to throw the tax in. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be an asshole right now, and I'm going to throw the tax in. It costs $85 for you to get the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 version of MLB The Show. Because like I said, on Game Pass, you got the Xbox version. Which one? The Xbox version. Which one? The Xbox version. Oh, you mean the Xbox version. Exactly. Whereas on PlayStation, you need to spend $90 for MLB The Show on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. And now you might say to yourself, well, I don't care about the PlayStation 4 version. I just want the PlayStation 5 version. That's cool. $70. But you're getting a lesser thing than what Xbox fans are getting. Whether they go and buy it on Xbox for $70, they're getting the Xbox One version, they're getting the Series X version. And here's the kicker, y'all. Here's the kicker. Y'all thought I was done? Oh no. Almost. You get the PlayStation 4 version physical when you get that 85, 90 after tax version. You get a PlayStation 4 disc in the digital code for PlayStation 5, ladies and gentlemen. How you like them apples? Yes, you heard me right. When you go for the next gen version on physical of MLB The Show on PlayStation 5, you get a disc version of the PlayStation 4 game and the digital version on PlayStation 5. When you buy the same thing on Xbox, it's just a physical version on Xbox. You understand? This is the story of the first 6 months. So when we talk about the first 6 months of these consoles, just remember that it's the most awful it's ever been for one of them out the gate in comparison to its other twin. Xbox is wiping the motherfucking floor with PlayStation. And look, you might sit there and be like, sales. And I would say, cool. Play those. Those sales, do they get you new games? Those sales, do they get you a Game Pass? Those sales, do they get you a simple way to transfer saves from one game to the other? Or is it a headache like the Avengers situation where people was literally coughing up blood? Like, yo, I'm trying to get my save file over to the PlayStation 5. They're asking me to plug in my PlayStation 4. I sold the PlayStation 4 for the PlayStation 5. How am I supposed to play the game on the What the fuck? I got to start the whole game over. What the? Whereas on Xbox, I go from Series X playing Forza Lego. Then I go to the bedroom on my One X and I say, you know what? Let me play a little bit more Forza. Syncing. Man fast. Literally 1 second. Bam. Play right where I left off. Listen. That is the exclusive. The exclusive is that they got way more bigger, heavy hitter, legendary exclusive franchises now under their wing. Yes, Perfect Dark, Halo, Doom, Wolfenstein, potentially Quake if they want to, Elder Scrolls Morrowind. Yes, those are more OG, more legendary, and done more for the motherfucking console video game space than anything in the Sony front. If you think I'm lying, I don't know what you know about Wolfenstein or its roots. I don't know what you know about Doom or its roots, but I was there. I lived it. I remember I went from Doom like, oh my God, on PC. And that's the reason why I was blown away when I finally saw GoldenEye, because I was like, yo, finally on the console, something like Doom. You know what I mean? Like, beautiful, beautiful. Those games live and breathe now in the Xbox ecosystem. A lot of first-party games are coming, and they're not coming sometime in the near future. No, they're coming, like in the near. What's the near future? Launch window? No, they're coming now. November exclusives. This summer, Flight Simulator exclusive. They're coming fast. And then when you got all these games that are third-party games that are mad expensive, just going right into Game Pass like MLB, like Outriders, and whatever is the next thing that's going to get announced is going to make people salty, that is the exclusive of the generation. That is the winner. That is the thing that's going to keep you playing. If you are a gamer who actually is a gamer and likes to play games, Xbox is the most gamiest console of them all. Of them all. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I love to see it. I love to see it. And I continue to hope that Xbox keep going down this direction, because this is the direction that's going to lead to success no matter what. The entry point to get into these games is super low from hardware standpoint to cloud standpoint to game, all of that. Like, they got the shit right now looking very beautiful, perfect. People might be like, yo, but why you don't mention the fact that they was going to raise the price? Did it happen? No, but I could mention that. They were going to raise the price of Xbox Live. Make it mad expensive. Why? Because they wanted people to instead do what I do and not pay for Xbox Live and just have Game Pass Ultimate, which includes that and a whole lot of video games, which you're here for. I understood it. The way they went about it was wrong, but they didn't go about it, right? Instead, what came out of that is what's exactly possible right now in certain tiers of the Xbox, Insiders program, where people are playing Fortnite, Warzone, and all of that without needing an Xbox Live subscription. Free to play games now are actually free to play on Xbox, which was the last negative about the Xbox ecosystem. Now it's cleared up. It was a little mishap that happened, and in that mishap, they turned into literally the most perfect console on the market. It's a beautiful thing. It's an absolutely beautiful thing. 6 months into this generation, I don't know how anyone can look at both on paper and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Like, I get it. If it's like, yeah, no, I love Sony for I gotta get this console. I'm like, that's cool. But you still doing yourself dirty getting it now. Ain't nothing coming that you care about. Oh, now I want to play the remnant, whatever that the game with the girl in the suit in the space and the waking up the Groundhog Day over and over again. Yeah, like that game don't mean nothing to you. It doesn't have history, nothing. You could wait. It ain't that serious. Don't try to make up excuses why you just want to jump into a shitty pool. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you could be smart about this, bro. You could be playing MLB for dirt cheap, or you could be spending $90 and getting the digital version, not even the physical one. Goddamn. Listen, I don't say this to hate. I say it because it's the truth. If it was Nintendo, I would say it, and I have. Exactly what I just did right now, I've done for Nintendo and I've done for Xbox in the past. Don't get offended by this if you think that this is somehow a me attacking you thing. No. I'm literally just saying the truth about the PlayStation 5. If it sounds like an attack, it's because you know, like I know, where everybody else knows, even though they don't want to say it because they want to cradle their PlayStation baby. PlayStation 5 is wiggity wiggity. It's absolutely trash. It's absolutely ass. If it was branded with an Xbox logo, you would laugh. You would say, I'm never ever getting that. But since it's PlayStation, you'll bend over and you'll just accept that. Goddamn. In all seriousness, though, it's real bad. It's real bad. But not for me, because I made the right choice in 2018, and I continue to make it when I got a Series X in February. Because, yeah, it's been 6 months, but it's going to take everybody a while to actually get into this generation. So for many, the generation hasn't really started. I think it'll start, I guess, really at the end of the year when Halo comes out. That'll be the actual launch. So really, the delay of Halo really didn't matter. Oh, yeah, but that's something that happened. That's a negative. The fact that Halo's going to come out is going to be better than ever. Have you seen the screenshots? Have you heard the audio files that they've dropped for that game? Like, damn, that game's going to be hot, yo. What have they talked about Horizon recently? Ratchet? No? God of War? Huh. Yeah. Again, Xbox, yo. Absolutely fucking killing it. If that bothers you, it ain't my fault. Blame Phil Spencer, the absolute motherfucking man. You remember when we used to have Reggie, we used to have Iwata, we used to have Miyamoto, somebody who you could listen to and be like, yeah, I want to hear some shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you will get PR speak from all these people. Obviously, they work for a giant billion, trillion dollar corporation. I understand that. But it was nice to hear people who you knew actually came from a place of video games, who cared about video games. You know what I'm saying? So it was nice to have these faces who you could attach to. People hate Phil Spencer. Why? Because Phil Spencer is keeping that mantle alive. The mantle that Nintendo's president said they have no interest in. They have no interest in recapturing what Iwata used to do, the fun, the whimsical, none of that. Phil Spencer, though, when I see him, whether it's a Bethesda, a round table, whatever the case may be, just to interview him hiding a console in the back, he's been making it fun, and he's been delivering on all the things he said. People always clown him, like, oh yeah, you always talking about, exclusives. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? I don't know if you noticed, but Forza Horizon is the best racing game on any console, anywhere. And there's another one coming real soon. Like, that just came out, Flight Simulator came out, Gears of War is getting DLC. Like, yo, games take time to make. There's been stuff, and it's been good. You know what I'm saying? So, relax. Battletoads wasn't, the greatest thing ever. Don't mean nothing. It was still solid. You know what I'm saying? Like, fun game. If you play it, buddies, beat them up. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't love beat 'em ups. I understand it. I do. Hence my hype for Streets of Rage, Shredder's Revenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been stuff. Minecraft Dungeon, that game continues to get content and updated and stuff like that. Hell, Minecraft alone, that's on everything. But Ori and the Will of the Wisps, come on. Like, they've been coming out with some shit. You know what I'm saying? And they got more lined up. Like I said, Halo's gonna be an absolute monster. And you can see a lot of the games from the Idea Xbox show last week. A lot of games coming into Xbox just look jaw-droppingly beautiful, amazing, fun. They got a lot of those. And the fact that you ain't gonna be having to spend mad money, arm and a leg in order to play a lot of these things is a beautiful thing. That is the exclusive of all exclusives. On top of the fact that when it's all said and done, they're going to have the most exclusives. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? The twins. The twins. Yo, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Until the next one, stay active. Peace.